Another day, and people, I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're talking about real solutions today, and this is a midday podcast show. Some call it a live or whatever you want to call it. It's okay with me, but just come on in, and we're talking about team takeovers and feeling the chaos over that. So it's going to help us, people. It's going to help us. It's definitely going to help us. And I want to talk. I've interviewed some people in the past that's doing the work, that's boots on the ground, and I'm going to show a couple of clips to bring them in. And one of the guys that you see on the screen is Rob White, and Rob is an advocate for CVI. He's boots on the ground, running people helping these young folks. I see them a lot of times engaging with young folks, young people, teenagers, and that's what we need to do. More and more walk to walk and study, talk, 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 talk. And I've noticed a lot of you on here always talking about us on this live in the comment section. We just yapping, and not talking about anything. So we're not here to just complain about the mayor, okay? We're here to talk about the street warriors and parent takeover and how to make a lifestyle, not just a one-time event. You know, we do these big events and they work for one day. It reminds me of the saying that said, if you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. But if you teach him how to fish, you feed them for a lifetime. And that's what I want to talk about. I want to focus on more mentorship, more one-on-one strategy. I got a couple of people that been on my show, been one-on-one talk with me, and I'm going to bring them up. And the first person that you see on the screen is Robert White. I want to bring him up, and he's a good friend of mine. And we're looking for unity and family. That's what we're looking. And that would be our saving grace. I'm telling you. That's what we're looking for, real solutions, not a stagnant talk. Unity and family. That's what's going to save our children, our teenagers. Unity and family. It's going to take all of us. It's going to take all of us working together, believing and having one heart, one soul, and one mind to get this thing together. That's what it's going to take, people. And it's just too much talking. It's just too much talking, too much stagnant talk. We want results. And I have a couple of points that I want to talk about, and I'm going to hit this video. I'm getting right into it. I understand that some of you guys may be getting ready to go on your lunch, and I know you want to participate or just listen. And do me a favor, if you can, share this video. Share it. If you can't see it, save it. Send it to a friend. Send it to a mother. Send it to a mentor. Send it to a minister. Send it to even a police officer. Send it to a coach. Send it to a teacher. And it's needed. We're looking for real solutions, and we're going to bring some today. We're going to bring what we can do together. We're not on here to blame Mayor Johnson. We're not here to blame the police. They're not getting to it fast enough. We're not here to blame the CVI people. But I'm going to let my brother talk right quick, and he's going to break it down. This is Rob White, y'all. Listen up.
It's Rob White coming to you live, man, from off 87th and the Dan Ryan, a great place where black people could be able to shop, supposedly. So when I'm speaking on that, man, I really want to speak to the fact of those who are really advocates and of downplaying and discrediting those who work in the CVI field. On behalf of the whole field of CVI, let me say this. There is not one agency or entity of work or field where you have individuals who are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. You got them in the police department. You got them in the public aid office. You got them who even work in docks probably. Like in every field of work, there are people who are disingenuous on the work that they're supposed to be doing. So don't single CVI workers out as if everybody is fleecing the community. I myself personally, Rob White, am a staunch advocate for the betterment of our communities. And a great deal of our communities are fucked up because of where our households are being ran. CVI workers are not individuals who got a magic wand who can make everything right in our communities. Like, a great deal of this started at home. And what I found is a great deal of people who do a lot of complaining, y'all the ones, and it's y'all kids who out here acting a damn fool. Like, we all got to play our part in bringing some resolve to the way we behave against each other. Like, we not going down we not going to Oak Lawn, or we not going to River North and acting a fool like that. We doing this shit right in Inglewood, West Garfield, Roseland, West Pullman, over East, Grand Crossing. Like, we doing all of this harm to ourselves, right? And so I just want to put some positivity out there. Like, stop complaining so much about who ain't doing what, and look at yourself and look in the mirror and ask yourself, what are you doing? And you don't got to be out here on the streets and advocating for peace like I do, but all you got to do really is, and it's your responsibility, make sure those up under your care and those whom you raising know how to act when they bring their ass outside. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, you don't want to discipline your kids at home. But I bet you when they come out here in these streets and they acting a fool, somebody gonna get up with their ass, man. So just be mindful about all of this evilness and all this meanness that people are spewing out. It only affects us. And if you're not part of the solution, you damn sure part of the problem.
Peace out. Man, that brother was deep, y'all. I'm sorry about the light. Let me fix the light. That brother was deep. That brother was deep. I mean, deep, 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 deep. I mean, that brother was deep. And he made a lot of sense. And I'm just going to play a little bit more of it because I like it. I really like it. This was...
Rob White coming to you live, man, from off 87th and the Dan Ryan. A great place where black people could be able to shop, supposedly. So when I'm speaking on that, man, I really want to speak to the fact of those who are really advocates and of downplaying and discrediting those who work in the CVI field. On behalf of the whole field of CVI, let me say this. There is not one agency or entity of work or field where you have individuals who are not doing what they're supposed to be doing. You got them in the police department. You got them in the public aid office. You got them who even work in docks probably. Like, in every field of work, there are people who are disingenuous on the work that they're supposed to be doing. So don't single CVI workers out as if everybody is fleecing the community. I myself personally, Rob White, am a staunch advocate for the betterment of our communities. And a great deal of our communities are fucked up because of where our households are being ran. CVI workers are not individuals who got a magic wand who can make everything right in our communities. Like, a great deal of this started at home. And what I found is a great deal of people who do a lot of complaining, y'all the ones, and it's y'all kids who out here acting a damn fool. Like, we all got to play our part in bringing some resolve to the way we behave against each other. Like, we not going down we not going to Oak Lawn, or we not going to River North and acting a fool like that. We doing this shit right in Inglewood, West Garfield, Roseland, West Pullman, over East, Grand Crossing. Like, we doing all of this harm to ourselves, right? And so I just want to put some positivity out there. Like, stop complaining so much about who ain't doing what, and look at yourself and look in the mirror and ask yourself, what are you doing? And you don't got to be out here on the streets and advocating for peace like I do, but all you got to do really is, and it's your responsibility, make sure those up under your care and those whom you raising know how to act when they bring their ass outside. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, you don't want to discipline your kids at home. But I bet you when they come out here in these streets and they acting a fool, somebody gonna get up with their ass, man. So just be mindful about all of this evilness and all this meanness that people are spewing out. It only affects us. And if you're not part of the solution, you damn sure part of the problem.
Peace out, bro. Wow, man. I got another one I want to share, another brother that I interviewed. His name is Carlo West. And Carlos also is a person that's on boots on the ground. Let's hear him as well with some solutions. All right, let me put that up, make the screen a little larger. Hope you guys can see it. And I'm gonna start hit Carlos. All right.
Ready to get his homework.
Listen
well, we have to explain to the young children.
Hold on.
Because we have failed them. Mm-hmm. This is why they're carjacking. Mm-hmm. This is why they're astray. Because the men and women in our community are cowards. We have failed them. We don't give a damn about them. And we are scared of our own kids. A man, I talked about this yesterday, a man, because men act like they don't have a pair of balls now. Be a man.
Well, my buddy Mark Carter said, if the men pull their pants up, stand up, the young boys will pull their pants up.
Right. So we got to break down the truth. So we've all played the board game Monopoly. People, that's what life is. We are in a real life Monopoly game. What does Los mean? In Monopoly, you start with a certain amount of money, correct?
Correct.
Caucasians start with 1,000. Asians start with 500. Hispanic start with 300. Black start with 0. What does this mean? This is the game. If you have no money, when something goes wrong, you have no money to pay for a lawyer. So we often get the black kids the only one doing that. Caucasians do worse. The only difference is their parents have money to pay a lawyer to get them out the trouble. So they don't have a criminal record. So, because once you get a criminal record, now the Monopoly game continues.
So what you're saying is, we get prosecuted and they debate. They get debated.
What happens in a Monopoly game? What do we get? Welfare. Caucasians get welfare too. It's just not our people, but poor people get this. Food stamps, public housing, poverty, unemployment, single parenting, homelessness, poor education, drugs, alcohol, which leads to depression. What does Los mean? If a kid does not say it's Los, if I don't have a job by the time I'm 17 or 18, I'm going to want nice clothes. Mm-hmm. I'm going to want a nice girl. We don't want to talk the real. Mm-hmm. So if I have no money, I'm not going to have clothes. I'm not going to be able to get a nice woman. I'm not going to be able to go to a nice restaurant. I'm not going to be able to buy liquor and marijuana for my female friend. So what's that going to lead me to do?
Start stealing.
You're going to go to a life of crime. Right. It's that simple. Crime is playing from the 3rd grade. I know this because I was a school teacher. They know about it. If you are not on grade level by the 3rd grade.
I thought it was 4th grade.
3rd grade.
Okay. You're a teacher, so you know people.
So what I often get asked, Los, why did you leave teaching? Because I was tired of the bullshit. Okay. Excuse my language, because they are doing nothing but BS in our kids in the community. The parents don't care. You let them give you a piss poor education. You see what happened with Brandon Johnson. I fired the whole board. When I was there, there's no black child left behind. It's always some BS to distract you from them not giving your child the proper education. Mm-hmm. Don't even let me talk about special ed.
Oh, Lord, yeah.
So some parents, the first thing I would tell their parents, do not put your child in special education. Do not, unless it's a drastic situation. Los, why not? Because they're going to try to convince you because you get more money if they're in special education. But what is the bad part? They're going to start giving them drugs. Mm-hmm. They're going to give them Ritalin. Your child is too hyper. And then now your child is going to become a potential drug addict.
And when they tell the parent, you can get a check, you know, you
right.
Get a disability check.
Right.
You know, come on, people.
Right.
Come on, let's wake up.
Wake up.
Wake up.
And then I remember at one school, so I taught at Brighton Park was my first school. It was a Spanish school, 38th and Washington. My second school was Arthur Ashe on 85th and Ingleside. So one particular psychologist, because I got to go in the meeting with the parents.
Right.
And I'm telling the parent before we go in the meeting, I don't care what he says. I'm his teacher. This kid is not special ed. Mm-hmm. Where he can't sit down, he can't move. Neither could anybody that knows Carlos. I couldn't sit down. I would consider what you call attention, AD, whatever the term is. Because I didn't sit in my seat. And you know, my mom would go to the school and say, "What are you doing to challenge my boy?" Because my mom would say, if he's getting all A's and mostly all A's, some B's, you're not giving him challenges and work. That's probably why he's not in the seat. Because the work was too easy. And then by me being hyper, I love girls. I like to move. So people see how I am now. So imagine me as a little third grader.
And listen, Carlos preached us tonight. I didn't know he was going to give us a learn lesson, but he gave us a learn lesson. His name is Carlos West, and we met in Dalton at a protest. That's how we met, and I worked right alongside with him.
Yes, you did.
He led the protest. I followed, didn't I? I didn't try to come over and take over. I didn't go behind his back and talk to nobody, try to get no money. Did I do none of those things?
We wasn't out there for money. People was out there because so what happened, a girl got beat in the gas station.
All right. All right. People, I appreciate you on that. And I just want to bring that I'm sorry, people. I hope you guys are still there. I had a Carlos going on. I don't know if it showed. It showed. I hope it showed. I don't know if it showed or not. But listen, I appreciate you guys tuning in. I'm going to I got a couple of more videos, and we want to see, the thing is, this is what we want to see, people. We want to encourage people to identify one youth on their block or to check on them weekly. Let's do that and see if we can speak to them. Let's do that. Don't let it be invisible. Say hi, speak to one youth, somebody that we can talk to, encourage, and all that. So I got a lot of little videos that I want you guys to hear, and it's for us to give us some solutions and stuff like that. I want to tell you about some things that we have in the community, and here's one right here. Well, let's go. Let's hit this one.
The garden.
Be careful, baby.
And yeah, what inspired this concept?
This is beautiful. What happened was, when we moved here, we saw this vacant lot, and it was cars all in it, grass was tall, everything was in it except for what should have been in the garden. And so the gentleman across the street, Mr. Bender, came to Abdul, my husband, and said, why don't we make a garden over here across the street? So he inspired it, and we just did it.
Amen.
And every year, and we didn't plan on being no urban farmers. We did not. We still ain't all the way there yet. But my husband, he maintains it most of the time with watering it and bending over and picking up weeds, pulling that stuff. It's just, for me though, it's more of a gathering place for what we're doing right now. It's supposed to be a safe space for our community and for our children and for our family and for our elders. Some space that we can come to and really feel good about getting together. And today has been a great day, despite the fact.
So I want to call up this brother. His name's John, and I'm very excited to hear what he has to present for us. So everyone, give a warm welcome to our brother John. I need the microphone, sir.
Hold on that.
All right. Holy Bible.
Hallelujah.
Listen up, people.
Speak the truth here.
We bringing solutions.
Okay, Brother John. Don't hurt nobody. Don't hurt nobody.
Sometimes we count to that.
I like the heat.
If it hurts, it's true.
Oh,
Right.
Yes.
This is the first time that I've actually stood before people and did open mic.
Okay.
I am a minister, so I'm accustomed to speaking.
Cover you with the blood.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes, Lord.
I am very accustomed to speaking, and I want to give honor to my brother Richard Kirkpatrick, a dear friend of mine, and brother who I've known for over 30-some years. He actually invited me out tonight to partake in this event. And the timing could not be more perfect. I would like to share a couple poems with you all. It's very dear to my heart, and I'm sure that we all can relate to what I'm about to express in these poems. Currently in America, there are 18.2 million fatherless kids in this country. And among the African American community, 78% of black households are headed by females. 48% of black females never get married.
Ooh, wait.
So we can see the issue. It's time for some answers.
Amen.
I don't have all the answers, but I truly believe that the poems that I have, that God has given me, I utilize as an evangelistic type of tool to make people, especially black people, conscious.
Yeah.
And begin to stop and examine ourselves and become accountable and responsible and stop blaming everyone else for the issues that we have control over in our community. The first poem that I'm going to do is called Young Black Boys, Your Mothers Are Praying for You. Oh, young black boys, the spirit of rebellion desires to destroy. Disobedience will kill you, boy. From the ark of love, mama's warm embrace, her prayers to Jesus, your hiding place. Down dark city streets, bloody alleyways, rebellion seduces you to come astray. To abort an inheritance Jesus gave to you, a royal priesthood laid up for you. You are one of a chosen few. Build, accomplish, that's what you do. Forces you've yet to comprehend want to bring you to a violent end. Blinded by ignorance, your eyes done. Black boys on both ends of the gun. Crowded prison houses locked away. Fighting for your life like Sugar Ray. Oh, young black boys, your mothers are praying for you. You hear it on the news almost every day. Why did my son have to die this way? Black boys, your mothers are weeping for you. You hear it in the media. You witness it each day. The price for violence every day. The price for fame when rebellion has her way. The wages of sin is always death. Let the God of Israel order your steps. Surely you shall not see the master's face. You rejected his mercy and spit on his grace. You spend eternity in the lake of fire. You ran from the truth and pursued the liar. Oh, young black boys, the devil's plan is to sift you as wheat. He deceived you to believe fame and fortune is ever so sweet. The lust of the eyes, the silver and the gold, it has you completely out of control. He's given you the cars, the money and the gold, a small token in exchange for your soul. Your homies, the honeys and your homies are what you rise to the top. It's time to cry to Christ or you'll end up like Tupac. Satan comes to steal, kill and to destroy. You're at the top of his list, oh young black boy. So you dream of a Bentley, a mansion on the hill, but in the end, you're bound to his will. Hey young brothers, we all reap what we sow. Penitentiary, or maybe death row. But I know the one who can pull you out. Have faith in Jesus and give him a shout. He's the Alpha, the Omega, the beginning and the end. Call on Jesus for he died for our sins. Oh, young black boys, your mothers are weeping for you. She knows the force of hell that oppresses you. To keep you bound, uneducated, and locked in, Satan tells you that you never be equal to other men. To keep his intent is to keep you in a rut. But in the God of Abraham, you must learn to trust. He'll pull you from the impoverished life to rule and reign with Jesus Christ. Far too long, you dwelled on past mistakes. You built a fortress of bitterness and hate. You're fighting an enemy you have never known. For this battle is spiritual, my brothers, not flesh and bones. Guard the words that proceed from your jaw. Obey God's commandments and keep his law. Meditate on the challenges you've been through. The next drive-by victim just may be you.
Amen.
Deep, people, deep. Listen up. We're going to pause it after this.
Walk that one down.
The next poem is very personal. I was telling Brother Cornell, who I met today, who's been a blessing thus far in my life. I really just met this brother. And I was telling him, I grew up on the west side of Chicago, and I come from a dysfunctional family. Six brothers. And I was raised part-time by my stepdad. So I know the importance of having a father in your life. And I was telling my brother when we talked earlier, when I was about 15 years old, I prayed a silent prayer.
All right, we're going to hold it right there. We're going to hold it right there. I appreciate y'all coming in. Let me just make the screen back up. All right. Get that back up and bring this back over. And X out of that. And all right. I'm sorry, y'all. Give me a hot second. And this is great. We got great action here, people. Great action. These brothers are serious about this. Serious. Here's another one of my brothers that's great in the community. We go out on the front line and try to compel men and women to put the guns down in the community. My brother, what did you want to say? I know you got a whole lot to say. I know you got one thing I can say about this brother. Let me say something, y'all. Let me say this.
Here you go.
Let me say this. It's like B.B. King. Everywhere B.B. King went, he took Lucille with him. You said, well, what are you talking about, Martin? Lucille was that good time. And everywhere this brother go, he keep the model with him. It's like a preacher. A preacher supposed to read his Bible every day and pray. A musician is supposed to play their instrument. And a person that love their craft, when you see them, like when I think about Michael Jordan, I think about basketball. Let me say, when I think about CBI, I think about Shango. When I think about golf, I think about Tiger Woods. So that's the person I'm gonna tell you that that's what he's about. So go ahead, brother.
I thank you, Martin. But what I'm very excited about is that what we on here today to talk about, our intervention unit.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I'm very excited about how we are really coming at this violence prevention on a whole different level. And we are covering everything, the wraparound services, the trauma-informed, the reentry, the different, the youth city, the youth council we got and things. So
yes,
that's what I want to really, talk about today is that intervention unit that we have, because it's another step and it's another component to really going to really help, to mentally ill ones that is going on. That's what's going on out here. So I'm excited that we are learning at the same time, but at the same time, we are impacting with the services that we have, to really help our participants and at the same time, help the community really be engaged and mobilized and be more, involved in it and be able to tell not only their story, but tell their.
All right, people. That's my colleague right there, Shango Johnson, Urban Roots Alliance. Actually, he's the street team captain there. Also, he's over me as well. We work together. He's trained me a lot, did a lot of things for me, things that I thought that I knew, didn't know, but he taught me the right way. And, people don't realize that violence is a public health. They look at violence as a disease, the same way they look at addiction, or somebody on drugs. They look at that as a disease. A lot of you know that have ever been hooked on drugs, what it's like to be on drugs, or those that have a family member that's on drugs. So we talked about Black people early. We started off with Rob White. I just want to let the audience know, those that are listening, we don't have the CVI people. We don't have a magic wand where we could just do like this and there will be no more shootings, anything like that. It doesn't work like that. You have individuals that I put on here that I've chosen. They are boots on the ground. Shango is one. Rob White is one. Carlos West is one. These individuals are on the boots on the ground. They're dealing with the youth. And it's very insulting when we hear people say it don't work. It don't work. It is working. And it can work with you too as well. We have real solutions. And we got a couple of more people that I want to bring up that's very inspirational to this type of work too as well. And I'm going to bring it up. Let me see. Where is that? All right. We don't want that. We want, let's see. Not that. I'm going to bring it up right now. Very inspirational. And a lot of you guys know who this person is, and I'm going to bring them up. And I hope I'm not boring you, but we're talking about solutions. People that are going boots on the ground, mentors, people, ministers. We got the fraternities that working. We have to be one big family, people. We have to surround. We know we often use that term when we say it takes a village. Well, let's see the village. Let the village get back together. And that's what we want. We want the village to get back together and do what we do. All right, let me bring up one more person. And this person was definitely an inspiration to a lot of us. And we want to bring him up. And I know a lot of you guys know who he is. So I'm going to bring him up. I'm sorry. Bring it up and doing a lot of great work. You know, I like people, boots on the ground people, because when you get boots on the ground people, it really helps. It really helps people. When you get boots on the ground people, that it does a whole lot for what we're trying to do. All right, let's see where my brother at. Oh, I didn't bring him up. Okay. I don't know why I'm gonna have him on here. But while we're waiting on him, I'm gonna play the mayor.
If there's a proven way to convince young people to lose interest in trends, it's to have parents and more seasoned members of our community show up and take part in them. I want to thank all of the parents, students, and community members who showed up the other evening to deter a potential teen trend from taking place in Hyde Park. This is exactly what I mean when I say it takes a holistic approach to community safety. It's going to take all of us showing up to protect our young people.
And that's what it's going to take, people. It's definitely going to take that. I'm going to upload the video now. I thought I had it on there. And we're going to share the video with you guys. And that's the mayor talking about what it is that we can do as a community. And we got another brother. His name is Early Walker. We're going to bring him up shortly as I bring the video up. And Early Walker has been a great inspiration to this type of work. And I appreciate him for, doing this type of work. And we're going to bring him up shortly. All right. Check it out. That's Early Walker. All right. Talking to the young people at the parent takeover. All right. Live on Cut Unedited. Y'all had a good discussion with him? That's good. Good. Good.
It's a happy meeting. I get what it comes.
Okay, good. I gave them their privacy. I didn't come over to record. I want them to.
Actually, they brought some valid points.
Okay.
Actually, I agree with them. Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna address it. All right, man.
All right, y'all take care. Be safe. And remember, y'all can be the voice in y'all group. Okay?
Hey, look, everybody can real talk. If y'all got some issues with problems, everybody. Like, I talk to anybody and everybody in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But I'm also trying to put some stuff together for y'all. Like I said, I'm working with Key. We're going to put some stuff together.
These are people that are doing the work in the community. Just a few.
It can't be where we helping y'all out and then y'all just, you know what I'm saying? It's got to work both ways.
All right, we live.
There got to be some respect involved.
All right. Mr. Early Walker. So, Earl, what happened, man?
No, man, they just, we had a little conversation, and basically their whole thing is they don't have nothing to do. They say, well, I'm not going to say that. What they are doing is what they like to do.
Okay.
The problem is, it's the bad apples that show up and mess everything up. Like, well, hey, we just be trying to hang out and trying to kick it. They said from what they're saying, law enforcement shows up aggressive, and that's what starts everything. Now, of course, it's always two sides, right? But from what they're saying that it's not even necessarily them. Police pull up, and they get aggressive, so then now they react.
Okay. All right. So I heard it's a crowd of kids up there, huh? Yeah. So this is what's going on, people live. Yeah, this video.
They do, and they athletes. You know, athletes. Most of the time, athletes don't want to act crazy anyway because they already know. They already know. Yeah, they did. They did. Well, that's what you gotta do. You gotta know how to talk to them. That's the problem too. A lot of this is we usually yelling at them instead of look. Yeah.
What do you need? What do you want? What's happening?
And you gotta know how to talk their language.
Yeah, talk to them people.
I talk their language, huh?
Talk to people.
What's up, y'all? Look, so had a great conversation with them. And you know, I want to hear ideas. I want to hear ideas. I want to hear their side. The whole goal of this is not to necessarily yell at them, scare at them. The whole goal of this is to figure out how we can come up with solutions. That's the goal. Figure out how we come up with solutions. We don't want them running around tearing up business. We don't want them running around jumping on cars. We want them to figure out how we can have a happy meeting in the community. So that was the conversation we had. So, you know, we that's the thing. We ain't trying to scare them. We don't want to scare them. We don't want them to run. We want them to be able to have a conversation. We just want to have a conversation. And we want to see what they got going on. They all ran. There was a huge group of them.
I was running.
Took off running when they saw us. But that's the thing. We got to figure out how do we break that because they shouldn't be scared of us. We should be able to embrace them. So back to Mark.
And we're not the police. We're just trying to, especially early here is to help. All right, people. I appreciate you guys for listening in real quick for this lunchtime hour, afternoon. Let me just spread this. And see, my thing, this is my thing, people. This is my thing right here. This is my thing here. It's going to take all of us. It's going to take all of us. Mr. Rob White said it. We don't have a magic wand. And as Shango Johnson said, we got to intervene, people. We got to interrupt. That's what we have to do. We have to apply our 3-step channel fighting violence, people. Violence is everywhere. It's everywhere. But we got to put the work in, people. It's going to take mentors such as Carlos West, a great brother, a mentor. We can't mentor from a distance. We got to interact, engage with the young people. We have to do that. True mentorship is it's not all about government programs. Let me be real honest with you guys. A street warrior knows the blocks, the family. See, when you see a street warrior or outreach worker, if I may use, or CVI worker, they're out there in the trenches. They're walking up these blocks. They're knocking on doors. They're engaging with businesses and stuff like that. And that's what it's going to take. Real solutions, real hardcore solutions. But if we're sitting at home on the computer, just looking at videos and complaining, nobody wants to help nobody, period. Nobody want to help nobody. When you hear about these peace walks, join in, people. Join. You can have some people say, hey, I remember so-and-so was about that life. He was carrying guns, shooting at people, robbing people. Look at him now. He's working. He's transformed now. Just people seeing your presence out there, it helps, it motivates, it encourages others. Come on, people. This is real. We're trying to make a difference, and we're making a difference out there. We're walking the walk. That's what it's about, people. Real talk. There's a concept says, let me get it right. It's hard to slide when your mama is outside. So mothers, we have to start at home. As mothers, as fathers, we have to start at home. Start love at home. And that's real talk. Real talk. Listen, people, I enjoyed this program. I enjoyed it. And we talking about solutions. That's what we talking about, solutions. We have solutions. That's what we want to focus on today. We focus on solutions. Solutions. But I love what Mr. Rob White said. He nailed it. Rob White nailed it today. He nailed it.
It's Rob White coming to you live, man, from off 87th and the Dan Ryan. a great place where black people can be able to shop supposedly. So when I'm speaking on that, man, I really want to speak to the fact of those who are really advocates and of downplaying and discrediting those who work in the CVI field. On behalf of the whole field of CVI, let me say this. There is not one agency or entity of work or field where you have individuals who are not doing what they supposed to be doing. You got them in the police department, you got them in the public aid office, you got them who even work in docks probably. Like in every field of work, there are people who are disingenuous on the work that they're supposed to be doing. So don't single CVI workers out as if everybody is fleecing the community. I myself personally, Rob White, am a staunch advocate for the betterment of our communities. And a great deal of our communities are fucked up because of where our households are being ran. CVI workers are not individuals who got a magic wand who can make everything right in our communities. Like a great deal of this started at home. And what I found is a great deal of people who do a lot of complaining, y'all the ones and it's y'all kids who out here acting a damn fool. Like we all gotta play our part in bringing some resolve to the way we behave against each other. Like we not going down we not going to Oak Lawn or we not going to River North and acting a fool like that. We doing this shit right in Inglewood, West Garfield, Roseland, West Pullman, over East, Grand Crossing. Like we doing all of this harm to ourselves, right? And so I just want to put some positivity out there. Like stop complaining so much about who ain't doing what, and look at yourself and look in the mirror and ask yourself, what are you doing? And you don't got to be out here on the streets and advocating for peace like I do, but all you got to do really is, and it's your responsibility, make sure those up under your care and those whom you raising know how to act when they bring their ass outside. Because one thing for sure, two things for certain, you don't want to discipline your kids at home. But I bet you when they come out here in these streets and they acting a fool, somebody gonna get up with their ass, man. So just be mindful about all of this evilness and all this meanness that people are spewing out. It only affects us. And if you're not part of the solution, you damn sure part of the problem.
Wow, that brother, he laid it. I appreciate Rob. I appreciate Carlos West, Shango Johnson, Orion Meadows, Miss Goodlow that did the community garden, Minister John. They had the great poetry with solutions. And I mean, it's going to take all of us, people. You look at, okay, you got Shango Johnson. Okay, it's a street team captain. He's a director as well. You got Martin G. Johnson, a.k.a. the crime chaser, the podcaster. You got Orion Meadows, who teaches at the Nonviolent Institute. You know what I'm saying? You have Rob White, the CVI worker that work with a lot of organizations, talking to young people. Shango as well. He's a mentor to young people. You got Miss Goodlow. Miss Goodlow has a community, I call it a black on black love peace garden on 86 and Carpenter. 86 and Carpenter that does the work, had a vision. She told you about it. And anybody come have peace circles, people, young, old, everybody just come there and just share their experience. And that's what we need. We need to sit down and talk about this trauma, all this. And even with my organization, Urban Roots Alliance, we have a lot of services, wraparound service. We work with a lot of other organizations to have more services and stuff like that. So we're doing the work, people. We're doing the work. We're doing the work. So that's what it's all about, doing the work. It's not about who the best agency and all that. We're doing the work, people. And a lot of us, we love to help people, and they paying us what we love to do for free, and that's help people, assist victims and family members and different things like that. So parents, we need you guys' help. Start at home, focusing on the children. Neighbors, ministers, mentors, do your part. Adopt one person and keep up with them once a week, maybe twice a week, and ask them, just talk to them. What are they doing? What are they going to do for themselves? How can I help you? Is it anything that you need that I can help you be a better person, to grow up to be stronger and a pillar in the community? And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for solutions. We're looking for solutions. And that's what it's going to take. Early walker, the philanthropist, the man that gives so much money, man. The man, he is the one that started the parent takeover. Didn't get much credit of it, put his money where his mouth is. He the one got the media, paid a person to bring the media out there. He is the one that have a text message when a team take over, you can get texts and let you know. That give you an idea, hey, to grab your teenager or call your teenager, see what he or she had. So shout out to Early Walker for doing a tremendous job, boots on the ground, and that's what we need. And I just only picked up a few people. Trust me, it's no knock against nobody. It's more and more people that are doing the work, people, and love to do the work. It shows. So I don't mean to overlook nobody, but these are the 5 people that I took. Miss Goodlow at the Peace Garden, Shango Johnson, Urban Roots Alliance, street team captain, Early Walker, the philanthropist, business owner, Orion Meadows, which he is a poet. He's a trainer at the Nonviolent Institute. And Rob White is a CVI worker. Work with the children. Talk to the children in the schools and the different communities and things like that. Been through some things. So, and Minister John, I just met him that day. Minister John, a minister, I believe from the West Side, doing the poet. So all these things, we have to come together. Carlos West, my frat brother. I'm not a frat, but I call him my frat brother. That boots on the ground, one plan. That brother is real. That brother, he gets out there on the ground. He's out there. So these people that I named to you people, they're not no named person. We see them. We know who they are in the community. Now, a lot of you see a lot of bad things. You don't see it. See, let me say that because you don't see it in the news, you don't see it on the social media, that doesn't mean that it's not happening. There are some people that are passionate about what they do. And these people, I named you, these people. Orion Meadows, Carlos West, Shango Johnson, Minister John. These people are very passionate about what they do. Rob White, including myself, I'm very passionate about what I do. I love this work. And if you love this work, and if you want to be part of this work, you don't have to be in CVI. Start at your household. Grab some young person and talk to them. Maybe twice a week. Check on them. Ask them to rake your grass or anything. Do something, people. Do something. Do something. Do something. And I close with this. When you see these peace marches, join in. Join in. And I appreciate y'all, people. You already know what it is. This is live, uncut, unedited. This is where we tell the truth. We shame the devil. That's what we do. We tell the truth and we shame the devil. It's your boy, Martin G. Shout out to Urban Roots Alliance, 9145, 8109, 1734, West 87th Street, 2525, West 79th Street. Shout out to our CEO, our director, Ashalina Moore. Appreciate you. Shout out to her husband and the rest of the staff. Crystal Randolph, operational manager. To all our case managers. All right, I appreciate you guys. Make sure you guys share this video. It's all about community. Community, 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 community.